Good afternoon, guys. This is John and Dana from what we call our channel, Real Time Catfishing. Just wanted to come to you with a short video of where we are with our channel and where we are in life right now. This is the first time we've ever making these videos, so you have to kind of look over any imperfections. But I joined the catfish community. Been watching you guys on TV for a long time. I go on all of your sites, look at all of your videos, and try to join in on all the live stuff. And I got on here last Saturday, put my first video out on my boat, just introducing myself and what I wanted to accomplish and all. But had this whole week off. Was my intention is to make a few videos and put them up here and just go ahead and start doing what we wanted to do. But fate just didn't go down that road for us, and we're gonna get into that. It might be a little bit of laughter here and maybe a few tears. Well, I'm a big softy at heart and can't help it. But I'm John. This is my wife Dana, and we just wanted to come to you, like I say, and tell you where we're at. And I'm gonna start off. It goes a few years back. The very first episode that I had real severe headaches where I couldn't even let my head touch anything. And wound up having to leave work one night. I worked night shift at the time. Had to leave work, come home, and the next day went to the doctor or something. Anyway, they sent me straight to the hospital. Put me in an ambulance there at the Hosky Hospital. It drove me to Greenville. I had to have some tests done, a myelogram, spinal tap. And I think their diagnosis then time was shingles. Although I did hear them say something about viral meningitis. I don't know all what it was about. I never quite understood, but spent 5 or 6 days in the hospital and got my headache under control and came home, and I've never had another bout with it in all this time. But just to tell you who we are, our next big life event after that was the 4th of July 2019, or the 3rd.
The 3rd. Mm-hmm.
3rd day of July 2019, my wife's whole family was coming out to spend the 4th of July,
week.
The holiday.
My kids and grandkids were going to come out, and it would have been the first time. We've been married 21 years, and it would have been the first time in our 21 years that his kids and grandkids and my kids and grandkids, we all would have been together for that 4th of July. On my youngest son and his kids were going to come out on that weekend before the 4th. And I got a call from him on Sunday that his wife had been in a car accident and totaled their vehicle, and that she had hurt her back, but I mean nothing horrible, but I mean she had hurt her back, and he had tried to rent a van to go ahead and come out, but there wasn't a van to be had because of it being a holiday week. So, and they were going to, he has 4 children, and they were going to bring my aunt out with them to surprise my mom, her sister. And so they couldn't get a van, so they were going to have to cancel coming out that week. My oldest son was still planning to come. They were going to leave on the 3rd and drive straight through. He had to work a few hours that morning, and they were going to drive. When he got off work, was going to pick up his girlfriend and his 2 girls, and they were going to drive out here. Leaving on the 3rd and getting here on the 4th, and we were planning we were going to cook a pig and, the whole 9 yards. On the 3rd, that morning, I was getting dressed, ready to run to the store to get our last-minute things and to haul off some garbage that we had. And I got a call when I was in the bathroom right around 9 o'clock, and it was my son's girlfriend, and she said that Chad had been in a car accident and totaled her car. Well, totaling the car didn't register to me at that time because my daughter-in-law, my other son, had just totaled their car, and wasn't real, she wasn't hurt bad or anything. And my granddaughter was in the car with her, and she wasn't hurt at all. No one was hurt more than just, she had hurt her back. So I didn't think too much about it, but she said she was on her way. They were taking Chad to the hospital, and she was on her way to the hospital. And so I said, well, call me when you get there. And so we went on to do what we were going to do and stopped. His brother had gotten a new camper, and we were driving by there, and so we stopped and went in, looked at the camper and everything, and I didn't take my phone in with me. We got back in the car, and I saw where she had called, so I called her back. And, then when she answered the phone, I got the worst news I've ever had in my whole life. And that was that my son was no longer with us. And he's gone on to be with the Lord. And that was on the 3rd of July. On the 4th of July, we left here and drove to Illinois. And that was the beginning of many things that has prospered from July 4th of last year through today so far.
Well, I told you I was a big old softy.
I think we both are, especially when it comes to our loved ones.
Well, anyway, last year, October 13th, I believe it was 13th, 14th, and 12th, that's Sunday. Saturday night when I went to bed, or Sunday night, when I went to bed, everything was great, just another day. But I woke up that Sunday morning or Monday morning, whatever it was. I believe at the time it was Monday morning when I woke up. And in my left eye, I could see a stain in the very right-hand corner of my eye. And I looked at TV, and when I was looking at TV is when I noticed it, and I could see things on the TV screen started disappearing on me. I couldn't read it, couldn't see it. Kind of got a little concerned and thought, well, I've been working a lot of hours. At the time, I was working 80 hours a week. And I thought maybe, I'm just tired. Didn't think a whole lot about it since then. And after that, and got dressed to go to work that night. And on the way to work, it was already dark, got dark a little bit earlier at the time. And on the way to work, the oncoming traffic, I noticed that I was only seeing one headlight out of the pair. I could only see one. So I just kept on going and went to work, and all during the night, more and more things started disappearing out of the computer screen. I told my boss the next day what was happening, and I was going to have to make a trip to the eye doctor. So coming home, I still had the one headlight. When I got home, I went right to the bathroom. My wife was getting ready for work, and I told her to look in my eye. Something must be in it, because even my headlight's above our vanity. Our light's above the vanity in sets of 3, and I could look at the left 2, and they were on, but the third one is like it didn't have a bulb in it. And I said, something's wrong. And I went to the eye doctor, and he diagnosed me with optic neuritis in my left eye. And I made an appointment with an optometrist in Greenville. Ophthalmologist, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from us. So I went to Greenville for that. He confirmed what Edwards confirmed, that I had optic neuritis in my left eye. And
at that point they weren't diagnosing as optic neuritis. They were thinking it maybe that what they said was that
I
your
had
nerve,
multiple sclerosis.
Well, that your nerve was swollen.
Yeah, my optic nerve was swollen at the time, and they were thinking because of your optic nerve swelling, it's usually the onset of multiple sclerosis. So went to the optometrist there, and he sent me over made an appointment for me with the neurologist. So I went to the neurologist, and he admitted me right straight into the hospital for 5 days of steroids, 3 MRIs, and a spinal tap.
4 tries at a final
spinal tap. Oh my gosh, spinal tap's the worst thing I could do. I've had them twice now, and each time it took them about 4 tries to get it successful. each time to me is excruciating because I'm a big baby when it comes to a needle.
And that's putting it mildly.
Me and needles hate each other.
He can't even stand to get his finger pricked for anything. I mean, it just...
I'd rather stick a fish hook in my finger and pull it out and get that little bit of blood. I just can't stand that. But me and needles have never gotten along together. They hate me as much as I hate them. Come to find out, I have real deep veins. I'm a big guy, trying to do something about that, trying to get some weight off. But I'm a big guy, and my veins are deep, they said, and they're very small and thin, and they roll.
And they roll, yeah.
When you try to touch them with a needle, they'll roll over. They don't want to be poked no more than I do. But, well, we got through all that. I never got a true diagnosis of what was wrong with me.
Well, then they sent us to Duke as well.
Yeah, they sent me to Duke University there in Raleigh. That was just mainly for what we thought was going to be more, but it was just a little short consultation. And he told me that at this time, he saw no signs of multiple sclerosis. And I didn't have but about a 30% chance of getting it over the next 5 years.
But part of the reason that they sent you there was because in the MRIs that they ran, they found four
very, very small lesions
on your brain.
But they were small. They were not big enough to really be the onset of anything at the time. So, but what they did want to try at Duke, when we were leaving, he told me he did want to submit me to a blood test. That was the worst news I could have got that day. So on the way out, they have this lab to the side. We had to go in there, and the lady set me in the chair, and of course I don't look. I had an eye thing.
Well, first of all, when he went in there, he said, "You get one try, and one try only."
Yeah.
And poor little thing, she just, at that point, I think it made her real nervous, but she did say, "But I'm good." She said, "I'm good. I have confidence," and she really did sound like she did.
She wasn't good enough. But she tried it, and I thought she had done it and taken it, and then I felt her pricking around again. I said, "What, rural?" Well, I didn't get it that time. I'm gonna try it again, sir. So I let her try it again, and I thought she had it. Come to find out, she was trying to prick me again. I said, "Wait, hold, that's it." I got up. I said, "Thank you," but I left. I wish I'd have stayed now because I'm thinking that what I might have. You know how YouTube is, you pretty much diagnose about anything that's going on, but I'm kind of thinking I know what I might have after some videos I've seen because...
And that was the one thing the blood work was for, was to test for that one.
Yeah, blood work was for trying to find out if I had NMO, which is neuromyelitis optica. And still, there's no diagnosis at this time. I've got an MRI scheduled for tomorrow.
But you haven't said that you started again now with your right eye.
Yeah.
You skipped that part.
Well, last Saturday, when I was supposed to get up and go making these videos, I was going fishing, had everything in the boat, had it ready. And
you were really going to make your first
I was going to make my very first fishing video. I was excited about it. I had my GoPro all ready, the batteries charged, I was ready to go. And get this thing going because I love these catfish community, and I love making these, what I call them, it's just little graphics. I've started doing some YouTube thumbnails for some of the guys. One of them's old Chunky Cat's Fishing. I love that guy. Love watching his videos, watching him fish. He is a great guy with a very big heart, and I love watching him. And I started making him thumbnails to put on his channel because it's just something I've always loved doing. I've always made the graphics for my church. We're very devout Christians. We love the Lord, and we trust Him for everything we've gone through. But the Lord was going to be a very big focal point of my ministry there, fishing ministry, and it was going to be, devotions, and I just had some big plans. But
Well, and he's been gifted and just with such talent of doing graphics and design work. I mean, God has really blessed him with just a natural talent and ability. And for the past 18, 19 years, he's designed, I don't even know how many CD covers.
oh yeah,
We had a recording thing for a while, and we did recording for people and their CDs, and so I mean he had that business for a while, but it's something that next to fishing, that's probably the next thing that he loves most. You know, after fishing, because fishing I think for sure comes first, but
I love fishing. No
and
doubt
then
about it.
and then the graphics and everything, and so then what happened this week?
Now, what happened this week? Got up Saturday morning, ready to go. We were going together. She was going to help me video. Had to excuse the voice. I'm on steroids again, and just been in a very emotional week. But let me go ahead and get back to it if I can stay on point. Got up last Saturday morning to go fishing, turn on the TV,
And you, from what I understand, you open your eyes, and he's never gotten the vision back in his left eye. It hasn't. It's still he has a peripheral vision, but he doesn't see
yeah, I can
face
see
on.
side to side, but I can't see straight on. And like I said, when I turned on the TV, it just sucked all the wind right out of me.
Because then suddenly it was like,
Because I knew what was happening. I had done been through it. I knew how that started.
in the left eye.
And
And
but right
then
now was the only good eye I had left, and I was doing okay with it.
you had learned
I
how
had
to
learned how
really,
to adapt to go with one eye. And I had missed on the first one. I think I had missed 6 months of work trying to find a diagnosis, trying to get used to driving. And that was a struggle for us, financial struggle. But we depended on God through it, and He brought us
and he
through.
brought us all the way through.
But like I said, last Saturday morning, it was just like all the life was sucked out of me because I knew what was coming. So I went on and kind of gathered myself, and it come to be that we were just coming through some tropical storms and stuff, and the wind Saturday was 30 gusting to like 40 mile an hour. Wouldn't have been no good fishing anyway. So we kind of put the fishing off until Wednesday morning. We had everything in the boat ready to go. We were going to go down to Mans Harbor.
And when my brother and his new wife, they were coming from Illinois to Nags Head for this past week for vacation, and so we were going to take them fishing, and I had made plans to take them out on our boat and do fishing on Wednesday because they had some other things planned throughout their week of vacation. So that's what our plan was Wednesday was when we were going to go, and it was a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was already. Had the boat hooked to the truck, the rod and reels, the coolers. We had everything just ready to hit the boat and go. And Wednesday morning when I woke up, the stain that had started to the left had now moved into my central field of vision, and I couldn't see. So we kind of put all that on the back burner, and just got the boat 4 or 5 months ago and got it all rigged up with the rod holders and put me a nice depth finder on it with the GPS. And man, I loved going on it. What times I've been on it, and that is just
So
kind of put on hold for now because
on Monday, I called the eye doctor. Well, he already had an appointment set up with the eye doctor on Tuesday this was the ophthalmologist in Greenville for a regular eye exam to see how his vision had progressed or any change or whatever in that left eye. Not thinking about anything on the right eye, just, basically that left eye. And then, so I called to make the appointment, or I mean, he already had that appointment. I called them on Monday and explained to them now all of a sudden this same exact thing was happening in the right eye. Well, at that point, they told us they were going to cancel that appointment that we had this coming Tuesday, and for us to go to our local eye doctor here, which I'm so grateful and thankful for Dr. Edwards' office, because they took him right in. Just took him right in that on Monday. But they wanted, the Greenville office wanted us to go to him so that he could verify to see if there was swelling on the optic nerve in the right eye now. So we went there, and yes, there is. And he said there was, of course, nothing that he could do for him, and that he wanted him to go straight to the emergency room in Greenville, which, like we say, is about an hour and 15 minutes away. And while we were on our way there, that he would call the ophthalmologist in Greenville that we had the appointment with and let them know what was going on, and for them to notify the hospital that we were on our way, which we were, and we were on our way. And then we got a call back from the office here in Ahoskie, the local office, and he said that the office in Greenville said for us to not even bother to go to the hospital in Greenville because they didn't feel like there was anything they could do for him, and they wanted us to go straight to Duke. Well, we were so confused. Duke is like 3.5 hours for us.
Yeah, Duke's a long ways, and it's hard to get in Duke.
And it's oh my goodness.
You don't go to Duke unless you've got an appointment. He told us just to go to the emergency room
and we didn't know who we were seeing, what we would be seeing them for or anything. So we made a decision that no, we weren't going to go to Duke. We were going to go home and call the neurologist's office, which I did. Oh, and in the meantime, the neurologist, I had already called
Yeah,
them.
the neurologist had called us, as a matter of fact, and we told them what they said, and they told us, well, keep on coming to Greenville, and we'll see what we can do, about calling the hospital or whatever. But they never called us back. We went all the way to Greenville and never got a call back from anyone.
So, of course, being people that we are, we thought, well, we're in Greenville where there's some nice restaurants. Let's stop and eat.
Yeah, we stop and eat.
Because we are going to stop and eat no matter where we go. What we do is good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my eyesight's gone, my appetite.
but our mouth's still open.
They still work. But we've definitely been through some challenges. I don't know what the future holds.
Well, we went in to see the neurologist then on Tuesday. Well, they had set up an appointment for us on the 30th, but they called us back and they said, you know what, we're going to move you up. And so they moved us in to see him, was it Tuesday or Thursday? I've lost the track of days. It's just been like one thing after another. At any rate, we went to see them, and he starts him on the and this was another answer to prayer because of the way he is about the needles and all of that stuff. The thought of having to drive to Greenville, because that's what we were going to have to do, drive to Greenville for 5 days for them to do the IV, the steroids through the IV. And you would have to see. One of these times I'm going to video him.
No,
he goes in for something because nobody can believe it.
No.
Nobody can believe it. But anyway, God answered that prayer because while we were in the neurologist's office, he said something about, well, we saw him yesterday, Friday. Because it was a Friday, they couldn't do the IV over the weekend. So he would get like one treatment that day on Friday and then have to wait until Monday to start the second, third, fourth, and fifth. And he said over the weekend you could do the slushy, the steroid slushy. And we're like, what? What is that? And so anyway, come to find out, a long story short about all of that is he gets 5 days of the slushy and no IV, and that really is an answer to
Oh,
prayer.
Yeah, they have their side effects. Last night, Saturday night, was a tough one. Tell you, it was some bad stuff, but that's where we are on that. I've got an appointment tomorrow with
For
the
the
MRI. Then Tuesday with the ophthalmologist there in Greenville. So we got a lot of driving still ahead of us. But like I say, I don't know what tomorrow holds and the future holds. It's another challenge coming up with us now being out of work again. But we're going to trust God.
Well, and another thing that's happened since from July, and then this with him and was in October of last year, from July of last year to October. Then in the middle of January, we had to move my mother in with us. It's just
She is old and started falling a lot, and she stayed on the floor in her house one night for 12 hours and something.
16 hours.
16 hours laying on the floor.
Because she didn't want to call me at work.
Couldn't call us or whatever, so we made a decision that my wife would quit her job, take an early retirement. She's quite a bit older than I am. So I think she's got
quite a bit older and quite a bit wiser.
7 years on me, so
6.
I think it's 7.
It's 6.
But anyway, she took an early retirement. So it's kind of.
I was old enough to retire as far as to get Social Security, but it's 2 years earlier than I could have gotten my full Social Security.
So we're living off of a wing and a prayer already, and
but we're still blessed.
We're still blessed. Every week I don't care how hard we struggle, and how we don't think where the next bill's going to come from, our tithes will get paid. That's just who we are. We believe in giving God first. And He'll meet these needs where we are.
And He never fails. That's the one thing I learned as a child. I grew up in a Christian home, and that was the one thing my mom and dad taught us, is you can never outgive God. Yeah,
we find that to be true. I mean, I've got a boat that I prayed about sitting out there, and I was just got to try to keep it. I've got a truck, I just bought in February.
Yeah.
And I've got to figure out how to keep them.
But God is going to make the way.
God's going to make a way. He didn't give me this stuff to take it away from me. And He didn't give me this optic neuritis. But He allowed it to happen, and I have to have faith. And I was telling my pastor last night on the phone, right now I'm struggling in my faith. I don't mind saying that. Because I had this bout with my left eye, and I prayed, and the change never came. And I got it with my right eye. And I would admit it, I'm struggling in my faith right now, but I'm trying. My sister is battling. What she's battling is nothing to what I'm facing.
No, you're not facing anything compared to what she is
No,
facing.
No, I'm not facing anything. She's been fighting cancer for a while.
2 years.
She's not doing the greatest,
but she is
we
strong.
Pray every day.
And she is strong in her faith. I mean, she just.
Yeah, she is very strong in what she's going through, and she's not giving up. But all of it, coupled together, and my love of fishing has been a lifelong passion from my dad. My dad raised us on the water. I mean, we were on the water. We worked hard. Now, I worked from a very early age into tobacco fields. So my whole life has been working and fishing. And my dad was the greatest lover of fish that I've ever, whether it was 10 degrees or 110, his boat was leaving the shelter and he was going fishing. We were raised there on the Chowan River, catfishing mostly. And we'd go up to the fish market at the time, right on the water, and we'd pull into harvest. He'd set trot lines, and then we'd go there, and I always looked forward to going there and selling the fish. And he was He was my biggest hero in the fishing world, and
You said catfishing, but he really loved the white perch.
well, in the
right?
early years, he loved catfishing, and he kind of transitioned over to white perch, and
'Cause
it was
just
just a love
remember.
of fishing altogether.
Yeah.
And back in February of this year, we lost my dad. That was hard to see. You know,
So that's why I said from me losing my son in July of last year to his first eye problem in October, and then my mother moving in with us in January, and his father passing away in February, and then it just
yeah, it's just been one thing after another. But you know, say all of that to say this: we're not giving up. I'm not giving up on the dream of fishing, because she's going to help me fish. I just got to figure out how to get my truck and boat to the water, because she can't drive it. That big old boat behind it, she don't. She can't drive it, and she can't back the boat in the
I can't
water.
back. I can't back. I had just have a little bitty car.
So
And
I'm
I
gonna
had,
just see if somehow or another, when we get to the water, that I can find enough vision to get the boat back into the water. I think once I'm on the boat, I may still be able to drive it, because there's no stoplights out there or nothing, and I think with her help, you know, and guide me, I can still drive the boat. But I'm not going to stop fishing. I'm not going to stop praying. I'm not going to stop believing in God because of all this stuff is happening. I'm not going to stop designing. I went on my computer Wednesday morning. I got a call from, not a call, but a text from Kevin over at Palmetto Cats on Tuesday night to make a video he had coming up on his 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And congratulations to Palmetto Cats. That's a huge milestone, is that 1,000 subscribers. Right now I've got 17. I've got a long ways to go, but I want to get
but we're
there.
pushing. We're pushing for 1,000.
We're wanting to get there. We're wanting to have a successful channel and some good quality videos. I just want to be a part of this community. So I got on the computer Wednesday morning trying to make Chunky, Elstan Perez, another
Thumbnail.
graphic. I keep on forgetting what they are. YouTube, you know, thumbnails. I tried my best. I worked on that thing, and I tried to see. I tried to put my magnifying glass over it. I had 2 pairs of glasses on, but I couldn't do it. All this right here, we were going to film out on the boat. And I sit here for about 30 minutes trying to get everything together, and I couldn't see it. I couldn't do it. So we decided we'd just sit here at the kitchen table and tell you our story and where we're at, where we want to go, and where we've been. And all this is just saying who we are.
Saying who we are, but one thing is that we want to, even in the next video that we would do, to be able to give a praise report. I mean,
Yeah.
to us, God is first and foremost in our life. And I sing gospel music, traveled and sing since I was 10 years old, with Southern gospel groups, and starting in Illinois. And anyway, and
she could sing. I wanted to end this video with a insert of her song, one of her songs, and maybe put a picture of her son on the end of this video. But see, this video is going to have to come to you raw, because I can't edit it. She don't know how. I don't even know how to edit yet. I've not got that far into it, but I was going to learn, because I've always done stuff like this. I know I can do it. I've been a gospel music DJ.
we had gospel karaoke, and
Yeah, we had the gospel karaoke. We've done a lot as far as, you know, what would help us into doing this. But at this time, I can't see how to edit anything. So, and I really wanted you guys to hear her sing. And
well, he usually does all of this stuff and the soundboard and all of that. That's him. That's his talent. And I usually do the MC and run my mouth, because I'm good at that.
She's better than, even though I used to be a gospel music DJ, she still MCs and talks better than I do.
Well, I don't think it's that. It's just
Right now,
I'm
my
more,
voice is bad because, you know, all this mess that's been happening.
But I'm more out there, people oriented. He's more quiet.
Yeah, I'm a quiet kind of person. I'm always behind the scenes in the crowd. But just wanted to put this out there, guys, of who we are and where we've been, where we're going, and what we're going through. And if you don't see any thumbnails coming to you for a while, Chunky, I hope you can see the video. Hope you get to watch it. I'm gonna get better.
I might even learn how to do it. You know,
I'm gonna get better and learn how to see how to do things.
until
with the help of
your
God,
until your healing comes, your full healing.
Yeah, I got a big magnifier that I had at the table here. And I was trying to set up the GoPro and all through the magnifier, but the magnifier don't help because what's wrong in my vision is like there's stains in my eyes. And that stain, I don't care how big of a strong of a magnifying glass I put in front of me, I can't see through that stain. I don't think it's really a stain, it's just how my optical nerve is transmitting what I'm seeing to my brain. They just can't get through it right now. But that's where we're at. And I just wanted to take the time to let y'all know why. I got up there last Saturday and said, look for all these videos coming, and they've not showed up. So I wanted to let you and my friends and all know what was going on. And that's where we are. Just pray for us. I know there's some real Christians out there on these channels. Kevin, the other night when you did that closing prayer, that meant a lot to see your walk of faith and where you're at. And how God has been blessing you, and I appreciated that. And I know that Heart of Gold Chunky there, Chunky Cats Fishing. If you guys are on YouTube, go check out Chunky Cats Fishing. Just do a search on YouTube. This guy's got all these rods painted up with black light paint, and he sits out there on the bank
with fluorescent
all
paint.
These black lights hitting them fluorescent rod and reels, and you get to sit there and fish.
It's like a show watching. I
could watch that guy for 3 or 4 hours. It's like watching a movie on TV. You're there, you're wanting to see the rods go down as them fish are hitting them, and he gets up and all
and
excited.
He gets so excited, yeah.
We love watching Chunky and Palmetto Cats, and there's so many of y'all guys I could name, but I don't start naming a lot of them and leave somebody out because I watch all of you. I've tried to send, I know 5 or 6 of you has got graphics and thumbnails that I've done and sent you. I'm glad I did, because right now I can't do it. But
a lot more that we watch is homesteading.
Yeah, I watch a lot of the homestead. The only thing I do is YouTube. Now, the only thing we watch on our TV is news, and I don't like watching news no more because it is so negative.
Yeah.
All the negativity on TV and all the rioting and all what news is about, I don't watch it. All I do is go to YouTube, and I pull up inspirational. I pull up my passion fishing and the homestead and stuff. We watch all that, and that's what I do for my entertainment. And I used to sit in my room and click on YouTube. You got all your thumbnails, and I always try to pick out stuff to watch. But now I can't see the thumbnail, so I don't know what to click on. But I can get to my TV and get right up in the screen. Got some stronger glasses I'll put on, and I put my face right into the TV, and then I can find I find you guys' videos and I watch them as best I can. So just want you to know that you may miss me in the chats, and I can put my phone up here. I got all my fonts close, and sometimes I can type out hello, and that's what I'll probably do just to let you know I'm there. But
sometimes if he types hello, it may look like a foreign language.
It may look more like hola or something. But I'm doing the best I can. But my preacher always said, don't let what you can't do hinder what you can do, because God will take what you can and turn it into a miracle.
And he has that, and he has done that for us.
Our pastor has been, phenomenal in helping us, praying for us, and I can't say enough of that. I've got other friends, former pastors that have blessed us, that has done for us.
God
friends
has blessed
that
us
have done
with,
for
yes,
us.
God has blessed us with awesome pastors and pastors'
Awesome
wives and friends.
Last time optic neuritis hit my left eye, one of my co-workers showed up one night and give us $200.
Just came to our door. Never been here before. Never.
What a blessing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we've been blessed. God has
We're
truly
just going to trust
blessed us.
God over the coming months that we won't have to start turning things loose.
And I stand in faith when He can't for Himself. Because I am a little bit older.
Well, I can tell you,
God has brought me through some
I
bad
can tell you
things
with her
myself.
losing her son, she was the strongest person that I've ever seen. If I'd have got the phone call that she got while we were in that truck, and I never want to ever go through another phone call and hear the wailing. But she showed so much strength. If it had been me, you'd have had to call the paddy wagon. I don't know how I could have taken it, how I could have faced losing one of my children. But, you know, she did, and she was forced to have to deal with it. And she dealt with it with amazing strength. Amazing.
It was God's grace
Grace from God.
His word that says He gives us peace that passes all understanding. And that's what I had. I mean, you know, of course, I miss him, and there's that sorrow that you miss him, but I still have a peace. You know, I still have a peace.
Yeah.
So, but we're grateful for all that God has blessed us with. And the thing about going through this now is that we want to see where God, I know it's a growing thing for us. You know, he doesn't allow things to happen that it's not for a purpose. And some of the times it's not even for us. That, you know, it's something that you go through that one day you're going to have to help somebody else, if, you know, to go through something. So those are the kind of things throughout my whole life. I feel like I've been. One preacher told me, I was singing at a church one time, and this preacher said, you know, God allows those things to build your character. And my first thought was, well, I might as well just go ahead and be a comedian, as much character as he's trying to put in me. But, you know, it's true. It's true. It's when you get through a battle and you look back and you go, whew, you know, and you can breathe that sigh of relief. And then the next thing you know is that you run across somebody who is going through that exact same thing, and you are able to walk them through. So I just know that this is just a test, a trial that we're going through, but I know we're going to come out victorious. Whatever the circumstance, however it turns out, God is going to take whatever the enemy meant to destroy, He's going to turn it around and make something good out of it.
Yeah.
And I stand on that, and I stand on His word.
And I even struggled, you know, to go ahead with this video today after I was sitting here getting so discouraged, trying to put all of it together and trying to get the GoPro on my tripod, and couldn't see how to do any of it. I can't read how much battery time I've got. I was getting discouraged, and even told my wife maybe we just ought to put this video off. But I wanted to put something out there, and then what my pastor always says just came into my mind, you know, don't let what you can't do hinder what you can do, because God will take what you can do and turn it into a miracle. And maybe somebody seeing this video will be uplifted, because no matter what you face in life, there's always somebody facing something greater. Mm-hmm. I'm not facing anything like what my sister's facing. And I covet your prayers on her situation. And we're still believing God for a complete healing. It's never too late.
Nope.
You know, Dana sings a song, it's right on time. And our time may not be His time. And I don't know where my sight's going to go. I tell you what I fear is living in a world of darkness.
But your world will never be dark.
If I could just hang on to what sight I've got and be able to see as good as I'm seeing. I'm legally blind. The Dr. Edwards did tell me the other day that I'm legally blind. But as long as the lights don't go completely out, I can live. And so I guess I could have to live if they did. But I don't want to do that. I don't even want to think of that. So
we're just claiming.
I'm just claiming that what sight I've got, I can keep. even if the Lord don't restore the sight that I had, that I can keep what I've got. And that's my prayer.
But I'm claiming 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
In both eyes. I'm just claiming in Jesus' name that
I still have perfect peripheral vision. I can see her sitting here. I can see my refrigerator over there to my left. I just can't see the camera. I can't see what I look at. I can look over this way just 30 or 40 degrees, and then I can see the camera. It's all peripheral right now. It's nothing straight on. So that's where I'm at. And where I'm at is not where I'm going to always be.
Right.
So I'm hoping you'll see great things coming from us, some great testimony in the future.
And some great vision.
Maybe somebody will see this and had a bout with this here condition that I'm in and be able to steer me in some kind of a right direction as where I to go for help, because nobody seems to be able to give us any help.
Well,
know.
We hadn't gotten a
I
real
haven't got a real
diagnosis.
from
No.
nothing, but I have optic neuritis. And what I believe I got, I said at the beginning of the video, because I've had a lot of weakness in my legs. I do have some shortness of breath. And now I've got optic neuritis in both eyes. I really believe what I got is neuromyelitis optica.
But that's self-diagnosing.
That's a self-diagnosis. I
From
will
watching
know more.
watching videos.
I'll know more when I get my scans tomorrow on my spine and my head. I'll know more about what I have. I'm hoping that none of them lesions show up.
Yeah.
That this is just something that happened, and one day, I know when you read it on the internet, they say you usually gain your sight back in 3 to 6 months. You get your sight back. Well, that never happened in my left eye. It has got me concerned in my right eye. But we're going to see where it goes.
Yep.
But we're going to end it. I know we've sit here and bored y'all a long time.
Yeah,
We just wanted to let you know where we're at and pray for us. I know there's a lot of Christian men and women in this catfish community, and our friends that'll be watching this, because I'm going to post a link on Facebook, and I would ask you to go, if you can, and subscribe to our channel, Real Time Catfishing.
And
On
give us a
YouTube.
thumbs up.
Subscribe to our channel so you can see, this journey that we're on, and I'm going to start doing some fishing videos because I'm out of work now. Again, I don't know for how long this time, and that's in God's hands now, whether I can get my sight good enough to return to work. But pray for us, please, that God will make a way while I'm out of work. She's retired, so we've got some struggles that we're going to be facing, but we believe in God to meet our need where we're at. He's done it before, and he'll do it again.
Amen.
So that's all we've got for you today. Thank you for allowing us to come into your home and taking this time to get to know me and Dana. And we look forward to posting more videos in the near future of us out on the boat. I'm sure that'll get kind of hilarious once in a while, because I'm liable to rear back and throw that bottom rig into somebody else's boat.
And I just told him as a matter of fact, I just got fishing license over the weekend to do this fishing with him, because we've been together 21 years, and I don't fish.
No, and if she does, I got to take him off, bait her hook.
I'm sorry, but I don't do nasty. I can't touch, but I bought me some gloves.
Oh, well. She's going to learn how to do it, because now she's got to.
Yeah, because I'll probably have to do
She might have to
his.
bait my hook. But anyway, folks, that's all we've got for you. Please, like I say, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe. Ring the notification bell. I've watched so many of them guys on TV doing this at the end of their video. It's like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you will get
And we pray
notifications when we post a video.
We pray blessings on all of you.
I do. I pray for all of you guys' channels. I pray for your endeavors, what you're doing, that it will be successful. and that God will take what you're doing and bless it, and
Yeah.
and just be a part of your channels and be a part of your everyday walk. And I pray that if you don't know God as a personal Savior, that you will find Him. We did communion this morning from our home. We watched our church on the internet, and they had communion today, and we took communion right along with them from our home here. I had to do my steroid stuff today, and I slept late because I can't sleep at night now taking them steroids. It takes them a long time to wear off, and I can't never get to sleep till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But
Okay, so we probably
yeah,
kept
I'm
them long
rambling. I
enough.
keep on rambling. But anyway, thank you guys. We appreciate it, and we'll be making some more videos in the very near future. God bless.
God bless you.